Hey everybody, welcome back live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas as we fast approach the new year here. Our guest today, it has been a while, one of my early guests here on the show, the great Sierra Partlan.
Thank you.
Sierra Partlan, very nice. Welcome back to the show. How are you?
Thank you. I'm great.
Good,
How are
good.
you?
Fantastic. So you and Andrew were one of our first guests on here way back in the day. We've had you on in between, but it feels like it's been a while. How was your Christmas and everything?
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
You
Busy?
know, we got a little one at home, so it's a lot of fun, kind of.
How old now?
She's 2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay. What does a 2-year-old want for Christmas?
She wants to unwrap lots of things.
Yes. Yeah.
And she wants to see all her family and everything.
Good.
She doesn't really know what's going on yet, but she has fun. So.
A lot of traveling for you guys, or
A little bit.
Yeah.
Little road traveling.
Road traveling.
Yep.
Yes. There's a lot of that. A lot of traffic, or no?
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
No,
all right.
I was surprised.
Are you guys strategic travelers? You try to pick the right times to go?
The right time is when it's right for our toddler. So
Yes, okay.
if that's not right for traffic, then
Gotcha.
it's a balance.
So many things revolve around that toddler,
Yes.
right? Very good. Well, it's good to see you. I hope all is well. I see, I think we struck this up here. I saw around as we approach Christmas, I saw that you kind of had a show to end the year here coming up. It's actually, so it's tomorrow night, Friday, and you're playing with some friends that we know. Tell us a little bit about the show, Friday night show.
Yeah, so it's a solo show, or it's a solo set for me, which is somewhat rare. So I'm excited about that. Share some songs that I don't really play as part of the duo, and that maybe don't get a lot of love all the time. So so that'll be fun. It's at the Byfield Community Arts Center.
Awesome
which
place.
It's a fantastic venue. Dave Hill and his team have done amazing work there with the sound and lighting and just making it really amazing for music, a great listening room. So I'm really excited to be on that stage.
Yeah.
And I'll be joined by Mark LaPointe and EJ Olette, they're both fabulous. So
awesome.
It'll be all about songwriting. That's what I love.
What time are you going on?
I'm on at 8.
Okay.
Doors at 6:30. Show starts at 7. So.
All right, there you go. That is a great room. I've seen quite a few shows there now, and it's just a nice, small, intimate, great sounding room. So go have fun if you're looking for something to do here. A lot of people have this week off, I am noticing too. So it's strategically well played to take the in between Christmas and New Year's off. So there you go. What do you got you got big New Year's plans, or what? Me neither.
No.
I never have big New Year's plans anymore. I don't know why.
Yeah, I always think I'm going to have big New Year's plans, and the New Year comes and I'm just going to take it easy.
Do you guys ever play, or your husband Andrew too, have you ever played as because a lot of people do pick up New Year's gigs, I know.
Yeah, no, we've definitely done that. With the band, we've had a few New Year's shows, private parties, and some event stuff, so, and that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. My dad used to have a band out of north of Boston. I think for like 20 years he did it, and I was talking to him the other day over Christmas, and he's like, I got a couple offers to do a duo thing, and I want to be in Maine now. So they get the little cabin up there. He's like, I'm just gonna bail on New Year's gigs, I think, for the rest of time. I just want to ring in the new year up here, being up north.
Sounds lovely.
I know. I was like, there you go. You should do what you want to do. Well, that's good. What is the last year? So I don't even remember the last time. Did you happen to look it up? I should have looked it up. When was the last time you guys were on?
Time has no meaning anymore, so
I feel like it was like right after you. I remember it was after you had your baby, so it was within the last 2 years.
Within the last couple of years.
Yeah, but it did feel like it had been a little while. When you walked in the door, I was like, I haven't seen her in a little while.
Yeah.
What's been going on? Playing. What's new?
So Andrew and I have been playing as Bird at Sea, and that's our original duo. So we've been doing a bit more duo stuff. And we've also been playing some cover gigs with Sierra and Andrew. We have kind of a two-sided double personality, but but we love doing it all. We've just been trying to write and play as much as we can. Again, we took a little bit of maybe a hiatus from like the super late night stuff in the city with little ones. So but we're definitely active, and we've been doing more local stuff, which is really nice because this area just has a great community around music, and that's something else I love about this show coming up, is that it's all it's local songwriters, and Kevin Kelly is a local singer-songwriter himself. He did the organizing for this show, and so he's a friend of ours, and
What does Andrew do when you play solo? Does he come, or does he get stuck at home with the child duty?
So there may be like a guest appearance. I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, that's good. Is there, for you personally, is there a different mindset when you I imagine there is, but if I know you love doing like the cover gigs when you play out locally, but like when you have to go into a listening room and you're kind of opening yourself out to your own music, I imagine they're like your own kids in their own little way, to like open people up to that music. Is there a whole different mindset that like you have to go through?
Yeah, definitely, and I'm not sure I can describe it well. And like I said, it's kind of rare that I'm doing the solo thing. So I'm kind of getting back to it too, and revisiting some of these songs, and then sharing some brand new stuff that is still honestly kind of raw too. So I think just getting in the mindset of being open and being kind of vulnerable like that. It's where I came from as a singer-songwriter originally too, just those roots of me and a piano, and
Gotcha.
yeah.
So it is a little vulnerable, but I imagine it's a lot of excitement that comes with that too. It's like,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, I mean, isn't that it? It's vulnerability plus,
Yeah.
loving it at the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
time. So, and people are so supportive. And
do you still? I mean, I know you guys have been doing this for a while, but is there like, I don't know, especially I guess when you take a hiatus, maybe like when you come back, is there like like people I know that play have never stopped playing for decades, still say like I still get butterflies every time I go on stage, and like it seems like I get that a lot from people even who have been doing it forever. Do you still get like that kind of butterflies or adrenaline, whatever it is, before you play?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of depends, and sometimes it kind of hits me like unexpectedly, where I'm like, oh, it's another show, and it's never
Yeah.
just like another show, but all of a sudden like, oh, okay, I'm like a little nervous.
Yeah. It's good nerves, probably.
It is, yeah.
When those stop,
it kind of gives you that energy and that adrenaline, and
Yeah.
yeah,
when those stop, it's probably a problem, I would imagine. But,
maybe so. Yeah.
but again, Sierra Partlan joining us here as we close out the year here, 2023. And she has a gig Friday night here. And I'm trying to remember, I think EJ told us he might have been having this. EJ comes in a lot. He's got a lot of artists under his umbrella too. So I've seen EJ probably play in this room with other artists more than any other person, to be honest with you. I think he plays every instrument in the entire world, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It's quite he's an impressive guy, but that'll be a fun night. And you can still get tickets at the door, I imagine too, but you can get them online and all that stuff. So.
Yeah.
So go check it out. How has are you always writing? Are you always writing songs, or you take a break from that too, or
Yeah.
off and on? What's your writing regimen?
Yeah, I don't. I rarely just sit down to write a song. Most of the time, it's a conglomeration of little things that I've jotted down in a moment.
Yeah.
That's passing, and then I'll revisit it later, and maybe find that it fits with this other little passage that I wrote, and then I'll kind of have moments where I sit down at the piano and come up with a few chords that kind of make sense with those lyrics, and
Yeah.
so it always kind of comes together piecemeal. Every once in a while, it's like most of a song just comes out.
Do you ever play the music first and then try to add words to it, or is it always lyrics first?
For me, it kind of happens sort of either lyrics first or sort of at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel like as a musician, I have always been really driven by the concepts and the emotions behind the music. So,
Yeah.
For me, that comes out in that writing, writing the lyrics and kind of having this melody in my head and this kind of aesthetic in my head.
There's something I remember. I mention him a lot because I'm a big like Springsteen guy, but it's something about like piano and keys about writing songs too. Like I remember reading in his book, like Born to Run was all written on the piano. All those songs that are so like guitar heavy. I think I got that right. I think it was Born to Run. It was one of those early albums, but so much of the Springsteen stuff is all guitar heavy and rock band and all that. But like all these songs were written on my aunt's piano that I was and I was like, wow, that's interesting. And I do think like there's a lot of that. I think a lot of like some of the great songwriters, like just there's something about writing song, like working it out on the piano. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something to that. Have you found there's it's just nice to sit down there and ideas come to you?
Oh, absolutely, and that's how I came to play the piano. I didn't start super young with lessons. I didn't take any lessons until I was 14, and I just kind of explored writing first, and that's how I learned to play the piano for the most part. Is just hearing things in my head and wanting to do things and get things out there, and I just kind of made it happen. So I learned as I needed, and it's kind of continued that way. I see it as a writing tool, and it feels natural to me to do that.
14, wow, that's like an interesting age to start at too, because I remember thinking like I wish I started playing. Like I play a little guitar, but I wish I started like when I was really young. I wish somebody forced me to like here, play an instrument. My parents never did that, but I kind of wish they did. And like I remember thinking like, so I probably taught myself how to play guitar in like college. It was late after college even, but like 14, I remember thinking like that's pretty Like, what makes you go, you know what, I want to dabble with this? Like, 'cause I don't know. I remember being very distracted at 14. So many things going on in life.
Yeah.
Do you remember the moment?
It wasn't really a moment. I
Yeah.
grew up around music. My parents are both musicians,
Yeah.
so it was always just part of me and part of my life.
Yeah.
And I think writing was always part of me and part of my life. Songwriting. My mom's a songwriter, so I would make up lyrics and melodies,
Yeah.
from the age of 4, and sing these songs, and then it was basically learning how to put the music to it too.
Yeah. You always wanted to add the music.
Yeah, and that's what drove me to learn.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think around 14, I really actually started focusing more on.
Did you have a piano or a keyboard in the house?
Yeah, we had a super old upright piano that is very honky tonk at this point.
Nice.
But it's a great instrument.
It
I have a lot
is.
of love for it.
Well, that helps. So you were always drawn. There was always something drawing you to that thing.
Yeah.
I grew up with a B3 organ in the house, which is gonna.
Oh, wow.
Which like my dad didn't even really. He's a singer, and like he can mess around with it, but he can't like technically. He would never say he can like really play it. So like we had this thing in the house that nobody could play, but it was like a really nice piece of furniture. I remember we used to have Christmas parties, and he used to have the organ player from the Boston Garden come to the house for the Christmas
Wow.
party. And it's
That's nice.
Yeah, it was funny, right? I don't know. He was a big Bruins fan, so it was kind of like that sort of thing. And
Well, that's
like,
reason enough to have it in the house.
I know, right? I mean, it may have been the reason. But yeah, well, I always loved the sound of the B3 organ too. But so yeah, I remember like every half hour during the Christmas parties, it was like the "Let's go Bruins" thing. Like new people would show up. Let's go Bruins. So yeah, Ron Harry, I think Ron Harry was his name. If I remember correctly, those were fun days. But yeah, that's what I remember about having in the house. Too funny. You got another one for us there, Sierra? You can you can intro it or just go right into it, however you'd like.
Sure. Yeah, I think I'll play Made of Light.
Made of Light. And what was the first one too? We should make sure.
The first one was called Friend.
Friend. Okay, very good. We got Sierra Partlan in the house, live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive.
Clock projected on the wall ticks a phantom hand. It's only made of light. I used to know you and your melting coils, straightened out but useless now. The properties were made of proprieties that tease love. I've been more, and I've seen a color so sweet that it just breaks me, breaks me. I found the answers to some questions that I never asked. Voices solely light. It never mattered that the walls were in a different place, till I saw them switching sides. I gently cast my heart into every fire I set along the way. And I have seen a color so sweet that it just breaks me, breaks me. When you said those things, I heard you, dear, but I wasn't listening. I wasn't listening when I saw your face and I felt you near. I wasn't listening, but I knew I needed you there.
Sierra Partlan, very nice. Live at Drew's House, Joppa Afternoon Drive music show here in our Newburyport studios today to close out the year. Is about to flip the calendar to 2024. Sierra, nice enough to join the show here in her very busy schedule with music shows and a toddler and Christmas and New Year's, and we're sandwiching her in between here. So thank you so much for making some time for us here today. It is a busy time of year, isn't it?
It is. It is a busy time of year. Good things.
Good things, yes, mostly good. It can be a little hectic and stressful at times, but hopefully you're all doing well out there. New one or old one? I can't remember I don't think you've ever played that one on here before.
So that's one that I've had for a long time, but doesn't get played very often.
Okay.
So.
This is exactly what these solo shows are about. You can dig...
Exactly. Some new, some old, yeah.
Gotcha.
Some rare.
Do you already have so you're now, a day away from playing your solo show out live here. Do you already have a set list in your head?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, not like an exact order.
Okay.
Out, but yeah, I know what I'm going to play.
You do? All right. Has that always been like, I imagine it's a little bit different. Like when you and Andrew go out, you got 4 hours to fill. That's probably a little different. I imagine you're not doing a set list for 4 hours. But
no. Yeah, we'll do like a song list, but yeah, and usually our original shows tend to be a little more condensed.
Yeah.
If it's 4 hours, you're probably getting mostly covers or a mix of originals covers depending on the show. But,
gotcha. How do you feel? Is that just a feel thing when you're talking about that balance, trying to because you have I know there's obligations when you're playing like a place that's usually cover songs. You try to mix in your original stuff too. How do you strike that balance of what's the right? Do you just feel the room or what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's really context and it's knowing the event ahead of time and what the expectations are too. So,
yeah.
Sometimes our originals are, it's a great listening room and it's really, people are kind of open to hearing that.
Yeah.
And other times, people want to go out and just kind of
if it's a party sing-along crowd. Yeah. What is the most requested sing-along one for you guys these days? Is there one, or is there an annoying one? You can answer that either way you want. Is there one that you're just sick of playing? That's a great song, but you're sick of playing.
No, not really. I mean, we've been getting a lot of Fleetwood Mac requests lately.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
I don't know why that is, but
I don't either. They always come back around. I think a lot of it, even the Stevie Nicks commercial with the the guy on the, what was it, was he on a skateboard or something?
Yeah.
But that brought that song to life, and then so I don't know. Not that the songs ever went away, but I don't know. They always, Fleetwood Mac and a lot of Stevie Nicks stuff too, specifically ends up popping back on the charts in Rising. It's been around for 30 years,
Yeah.
I don't know. They're great.
Yeah.
But and maybe done now. I think I heard Stevie said once Mick V died that she has no interest in being Fleetwood Mac anymore.
Oh.
So, I know.
Yeah.
Stevie's still a great show by herself.
For that.
I've seen her a few times. I saw her a couple of summers ago, and she was just great. Actually, I saw her on a stormy night in Mansfield, and I remember, who's that guitar player? Who's the piano player? Oh, man, what song did she do? Is it... Who does that song, Love Song? Not Gonna Write You a Love Song. Remember that one? Maybe.
Oh,
was it Sarah Bareilles?
Yeah, Sarah, yeah.
Maybe. Do I have the wrong artist? Oh, man. There was an opening act for Stevie Nicks and piano, and she came out for 3 songs, and I knew there was something up because she kept looking at the side. And the story had gone that they told Stevie Nicks she was going to have to start late because of this storm. And as the opening act was playing, Stevie was told, the storm has shifted. We have to get you on sooner or we're not going to get the show in.
Oh, wow.
And so they told the opener, I got time for a couple more, right? They told the opener, no. And she goes, oh, the answer's no. I'll see you. And then Stevie Nicks came out. It was a very interesting night. But yeah, I don't think it was Sarah Bareilles, actually. I'm mixing my shows. I do that all the time. I've seen too many shows, and I think I'm losing my memory.
That's not a bad problem to have, seen too many shows.
I know, I do love it. But yes, I always feel bad when I mix up my artists. But yeah, I do think I think I'm losing the memory a little bit. I got too many things going on. It's happening a lot here over the holidays. Like I said, stressful times.
I can relate.
Very busy. Too much going on. Again, seeing a Partlan here in the house. Doing some originals here. You can catch her with a live show tomorrow night, Friday night show right before New Year's. Kind of a cool time to play.
It is. Yeah.
I like it.
Like you said, like some people have the week off and kind of ready to relax and do something fun and maybe something for themselves, like that they wouldn't do otherwise. So
does this launch you into a busy 2024 playing wise, or do you trying to keep a moderate schedule with a toddler? How does it work?
No, I mean, I hope so. I'm hoping for a lot of original shows coming up.
Yeah.
We really want to keep going with that. And then Andrew's been doing some projects with others too, and playing on a couple.
Andrew Agababian too.
Yes, Andrew Agababian is my partner in music and in life. So
you always say that the same way. I always laugh when you say that.
He's fantastic at both. So.
Very nice.
We're hoping for a lot of original projects, a lot of creative energy.
Yeah, I do see his name pop up on a lot of. A lot of friends of the show actually that come in here too. I see his name pop up. He's a sought after guitarist, I guess you could say, huh?
Yeah, I'm fortunate to be able to play with him anytime. So it's.
Do you pretty much keep the songwriting on your stuff separate? Like, does he stay out of that, or will he jump?
No, we definitely collaborate. And some songs. So when I play solo, I'm playing songs that I wrote lyrics, melody, and music for. But he definitely writes parts on those. When he plays with me, and then. We collaborate on song. Sometimes he'll have most of a song written chord wise, and then I'll add lyrics and melody, and maybe tweak a bridge or something. So
it must be even like
it
must be even like a good sounding board, just somebody who knows that stuff. Songwriters get stuck at times, right? Like, I just can't get through this one part, or I'm missing something here. Like, it just must be good to be able to say that out loud and have like something be able to come back to you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I trust his ear, and we have a lot of trust and respect for each other. But we're going to be honest with each other too. So
yeah. I guess that's a big part of it too, right? When he, like I said, he's very sought after. What as far as when you're playing with him, what exactly what is so special about like what he brings to like your music? Like, is there a Andrew strength that like you've always like really connected with?
Oh yeah, I think nobody else would put those parts on those songs and think the way that he does. He has a really a sensitive but creative touch and a signature without being overbearing. So just the way he hears things, I really we resonate with each other as musicians.
Nice. Andrew's going to love that part of the show, I think. tell him to really tune in towards the end. Oh, that's fantastic. Again, Sierra Partlan in the house here, joining us, one of our final shows here before we turn the calendar to 2024. As you already, have you done the booking? Do you do the booking? Does Andrew do the booking?
We both do.
You do? Yeah. Just kind of, is it, I would imagine booking shows as when you're doing like different projects too, it's probably like a little bit of controlled chaos. You need like a calendar to stay in order at the door or something.
Sometimes, I mean, it's just a lot of communication with different, and some of like, well, what would you like to be billed as this time? And, So.
What do you do? Do you get like family help with the toddler when you guys have to go out as a team?
Yeah. My mom and my dad are very helpful with that. So we're fortunate to have them in the area.
Nice.
And thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Very good. What's the 20? I was just as I was coming in here today, I was listening to the most popular 2024 goals. And I think number one was the majority of Americans choose eating healthier, which is one for me. You get 2024 goals? What are your goals?
I think going back to that creative energy kind of, it's been a wonderful whirlwind, the last 2 years since our daughter was born, and it's, and she kind of adds to that creativity in a really special way. So I think, just seeing where that takes us.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet I know what you mean, because it's, it's such a massive life change. But I wonder if it's, I don't want to say like add material, but like life experiences that you guys are such personal songwriters, and you in particular. I imagine you're going to take a lot of like parenting, and it's probably changed you in a way that's probably going to add to your music, I would imagine.
Yeah. I actually have a song that she sat with me at the piano while I wrote it.
Wow.
So yeah, definitely. It's funny. I was just thinking about it. I have a lot of songs, some old, some new, but even with the new ones, I feel like already I have gaps in like what I want to express and what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And, so that's sort of like what's going to drive the next one, I think.
So does she like the sound of the piano?
She does, yeah. She's very, very musical herself.
She'll actually sit there with you.
This was early on when she was first born, so she didn't have a choice. But
Gotcha. So she likes it when mom sings.
She'll herself, yeah.
I would imagine. Yeah, that's a very cool thing. It must be kind of nice writing and playing in a. I don't know. I just imagine you spend a lot of time around the house when you're raising a child. Like, it must be kind of nice to be able to like. Probably a little like maybe escape and play and write a little bit, and you're also kind of watching. I know, is there a little bit of that, or is there literally not much playing when you have a child?
She always wants to be involved, so so we're playing music together. We're excited together. So.
No backing vocals.
It's like an escape. But
okay.
She'll do backing vocals. She'll do lead vocals actually.
She'll do lead vocals.
Yeah, more backup.
Very good. Very good. That's good to know. All right. Well, very good. So again, tomorrow night, it's a Friday night show. Make sure you, like I said, if you like a lot of people are off this week, if you have last minute plans, get on over to Sierra's show. EJ Ouellette is part of it, who's a good friend of the show, and the other name, Mark Lapointe, right? Mark Lapointe, you said. Yep. So it's a solo set for Sierra, the Byfield Community Arts Center. Doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7. You can get tickets at the door, but I'm actually looking at the link right now, and it's a very easy link. So jump online and figure it out. Again, it's the Byfield Community Arts Center. It is a great room. I have been there several times. I think the first time, as I look to my left, I'm looking at Charlie Carrazzo there on the wall. He's got his album on the wall. I think I saw his record release party there, if I remember correctly. It was the first show I think I saw. And Dave Hill and those guys do a great job over at the Byfield Community Arts Center. So go see Sierra there tomorrow night, Friday night show here, the 29th of December. What a way to close out the year. It'll be exciting. And Sierra, it's been great to see you, as it always is.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for sneaking us in. I know you got a lot going on this week, as everybody does as we approach New Year's, but we appreciate you making some time for the show, as always.
Thank you.
You want to play us out with one as well?
Sure.
You got another one in there? Very good. Oh, and Maeve Power. I haven't mentioned Maeve, too. Maeve Power producing the show, doing such a great job, as always. What a great year for Maeve. It's her first year on the show, and she does great with it. Makes my life so incredibly easy. Thank you, Maeve. Sarah Hayden, the boss, and Ryan Rothberg, the rest of the team. Maya Gassman, who I think just traveled to like Ecuador or something. I think I saw a picture of her. So Maya's not here, but hope you're enjoying your time away, Maya. Sierra Partlan going to bring us home here. Go see her tomorrow night, Byfield Community Arts Center. Doors open at 6:30. Going to be a great show. Thank you, Sierra. Take us away.
Thank you. But it can't be bought in a pretty package. All it takes is some quiet resignation. Feel this pulse slipping down my spine. Lives inside of me, but I'm not sure it's really mine. Oh, oh. Let's become our fingers as they intertwine. A physical melody, tangible and divine. I walked 10 miles down your quarter-mile dead-end street, and I kept coming back to a place I know we'll never meet. Lost the thread, and time spills over as I dive in. Gone to my head, all these crazy places I've been. Oh, oh. Let's become our fingers as they intertwine. A physical melody, tangible and divine. I watched two misguided waves collide. As they meet, they travel farther than others of their kind. I feel this pulse slipping down my spine.